What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and honey, I am back in the building. This time, honey, I'm back because I was drinking my water, honey, minding my own business, and then I stumbled upon this video from Mr. Stefan Speaks. He gets to talking about why this certain type of woman is always single, and guess who he talking about, honey? Guess who? He is talking about why alpha women are single, and he gets to saying how alpha women are, masculine. They have more masculine traits than feminine traits. I also have some commentary from Miss Shira7. And Shira gets to talking about how no one will ever fall in love with a masculine woman, okay? AKA a alpha female, honey, okay? And then I also, right, because y'all know Miss Robinson love her some Deb Cooper, honey, and Deb Cooper, for me, she just brings it on home, honey, okay? And out of all three of these people, right, because I believe in some of what they are saying, right? I really believe what Deb is saying, like, way more. So we're going to have Miss Deb Cooper, honey, okay? We're going to have her bring it on home. So without further ado, you guys, I'm going to play the audio from Mr. Stefan Speaks, okay? And he's going to tell you why the alpha female is always single, okay? And honey, Miss Robinson will be in and out with her commentary.
A conversation a few days ago about the term alpha woman, and why it's such an issue and why it causes so much problem. So let me make this clear. Most women desire a masculine man. All right, if not all, most women desire a masculine man. And I would argue that an alpha woman even more so desires a masculine man. The problem is that if you are an alpha woman, you are exuding masculine energy. And that is a deterrent to a masculine man. A masculine man is going to desire a feminine woman. Period. It's though the polarity of life is what we seek. We desire a balance. All right. Which is why you will notice alpha women have no problem attracting more passive, quote unquote, feminine men, or men who don't have their stuff together, men who will view the alpha woman as a come up and as an opportunity to stabilize his own life. But for the man who is an alpha man who already has his stuff together, who does not place a high value on the woman's accomplishments and financial status, he's going to be deterred by the masculine energy. And so a lot of alpha women really get conditioned to walking around and exuding that masculine energy and feel like, well, why should I have to change that? Or even start to believe the lie that that's just who they are. And in reality, a woman exuding masculine energy is not who she is. That masculine energy is a defense mechanism. That masculine energy is what she has conditioned herself to believe she has to carry in order to succeed. All right. And so she's now developed this perception that is who she is, but she is not that person. And one way you can even notice that is you'll see a lot of women where put them around a child and they become super feminine, loving, nurturing, sweet, all these things.
Well, hell, it's a damn child, okay? You damn men, y'all be acting like children, okay? See, there is a difference, honey, okay? And it don't matter how masculine, the man is. Some of you all, you act like children. You act very narcissistic, okay? So that's kind of my argument with this whole alpha male situation, honey, okay? A lot of these men that are leaders, they act like they know it all. Just look at what's going on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Those are all alpha men. Martell, he beta. Martell is beta, honey. He be arguing with the woman, okay? With his feminine self. But y'all see what I'm saying? my issue with this argument of, yeah, you want to get you a masculine man. Yeah, but some of y'all are not very nice. You're controlling as hell. You want to check in all the time. Where are you going? I don't want you with that person. I don't want you over there. Why are you working so late? Motherfucker, are you paying all these bills? Okay, because if you're not, I'm going to need you to have a tall glass of shut the hell up. Okay?
And put them around a man, they shut that whole thing down. And then some will say, well, I am feminine once I'm in the relationship. Yeah, but he ain't trying to figure that out when what you're showing him is masculine energy all the time. So the reality is that a woman, especially an accomplished woman, desires a man typically that is at her level or higher. And what that type of man values is not what that woman is exuding. And so as an alpha woman, so to speak, really, I don't even like the term alpha woman. I really just feel like, it's about tapping into your feminine energy.
Now, really quickly, he says that an alpha woman exudes a lot of masculine energy. What if she's a single mom? Okay. She been working all day. She been taking care of kids all day. A lot of you do not consider that. Y'all just want these super nice feminine creatures. And I'm like, where are these bitches at? Okay. Because if a woman doesn't have support from her family, if a woman is doing everything in her life by herself because she has no choice, it's hard for her to turn into somebody that you're talking about because she simply has no support. And I'll give you guys a quick example. And this is no offense to you white ladies. Okay. My great grandmother was a white lady and my mother's mother is biracial, honey. Okay. So I got plenty of white up in my family. Okay. But I am a black woman. Oh, let's be very clear. Okay. White women, a lot of them, they're nice at work. You know, they are smiling. They're giving Bill a pat on the back. They are, some of them are sweet as pie. Okay. I notice it, right? Some of them can be very friendly and a lot of men may find that attractive. But see, this is what you got to consider. Becky, okay. And we going to call her Becky. That's the standard white woman name. Becky got help with her kids. And if Becky may got a husband at home, okay, Becky probably had parents, okay, that are not narcissistic, that don't mind keeping the grandchildren on the weekend. That way Becky can go out and get her life. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't think people consider all of that. It's just like, be feminine, smile all day, cross your legs. Okay, don't act like you're tired. Don't complain. Okay, well, I had this guy at a job of mine from the past. He used to say, you come in here and you frown all the time. Motherfucker, do you know what Miss Robinson got all on her back? Why don't you come help me unpack? Okay, and then I would get to smiling and shit like a Cheshire cat, honey. Okay, I will come up in here. Okay, smiling and waving and looking like a Walmart greeter, honey. Okay, so I feel like a lot of men have a lot of unrealistic expectations of us. And I don't think that any woman is one way. I don't think that there's a such thing as a woman that's just feminine all the time. I know that I have a masculine side to my personality, but I am very much so a girly girl. Okay, I love romantic movies and TV shows. I know that I'm very feminine, but, when you feel like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders, it's hard to, put that femininity out there in the world, at least all the time. I just feel like it's just unrealistic, what he's talking about.
When you learn how to do that, everything will change. You have to become your true self. And I really truly believe when I say that that your true self is in your femininity. Your peace is in your femininity. But understand this, when I tell you to tap into your feminine energy, it ain't for a man. It's for you. Like, I guarantee you, regardless of men, you're going to be happier. You're going to be more at peace. You're going to be less stressed. You're going to find greater health when you get more in tune and exude more feminine energy. That masculine energy on a woman can become very toxic and unhealthy, and so it not only damages her ability to get the type of man she desires, but it lowers her quality of life even when she doesn't realize it.
And really quickly, okay, I know y'all rolling your eyes, sucking your damn teeth, saying, Miss Robinson, stop interrupting that man. But some of y'all don't know what true femininity is, because I've seen men pick women that do exactly what he's talking about, like argue. They always trying to fight over a man. To me, that's masculine. There's nothing feminine about that. Okay, I think it's very masculine for a woman to call a man all the time, like calling him 5 and 6 times per day. That is manly, you old football player chasing ass bitch. Goddamn Emmett Smith. Okay, that is manly. But some of y'all men, y'all like those type of women. I've seen it, you guys, with my own eyes. They love these insecure, desperate women, and they will call it feminine in a minute. Okay? They will just write it off. Oh, she feminine. She's so into me. And that is not feminine to Miss Robinson. I'm old school. You need to be calling me. Okay? You need to be initiating the dates. We only will talk 1 to 2 times a day, if not on text. I'm not with all this chasing you around. Like, goddamn, if I wanted to be in the NFL, a bitch would have signed up. Okay, make it make sense.
So, I mean, there's a lot more I can say, but that is the gist of it as to why alpha women struggled with men and love so much. All right, somebody made a mention about alpha women again. Alpha women want to be respected and cherished. Listen, so let me say this. I respect you, and I love all of y'all, whether you're an alpha woman or not. But what I'm trying to explain to you is that, number one, stop calling yourself an alpha woman. You're defining yourself by the thing that is going to deter what you desire. When you keep saying I'm an alpha woman, it's like you're pulling the masculine energy towards you as far as what you're gonna now exude, what you're now gonna walk in. And again, you want a masculine man. A masculine man is not gonna be down for that. Not in a relationship. Like, he might sleep with you, you know what I'm saying? He might kick it with you, but as far as actually taking you serious and marrying you, oh hell no, it's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So if you want that, you gotta tap into your feminine energy. There's no other way around that. I can't give you no, sweet thing or make you feel good about being an alpha woman. Like, nah, again, you're not an alpha woman. You're a woman. You're a woman that...
Now, really quickly, let's get into what an alpha woman is. An alpha woman is a confident woman, okay? Highly talented, highly motivated woman, and she's self-assured. You know, she knows who she is. She takes on challenges, okay? She always has some type of goal that, you know, she wants to accomplish. And I don't think there's anything wrong with, you know, calling yourself a alpha female. You are who you are. I think that 2 alphas can get together if they both respect each other. My issue with you men is all this, I'm a king and you need to bow down to me, and ain't none of you niggas paying all the bills. Okay? You're not doing king shit, and you want somebody to bow down to you and look up to you like you God, and you're not even making shit happen. Okay? So what he's saying, you guys, it sounds nice, but I don't know if I believe there are all these alpha men, masculine men out in the world. I haven't seen that. And the ones I have been around, they were so obnoxious and irritating for me to be around, and I was just disgusted. Like, if you have a nasty ass attitude, I don't care what the credit score is, I don't care how big your dick is, I don't care how cute you think you are, I don't care about that. You have to have positive energy to you, okay, if you want to be anywhere near me, if you want me to take you seriously, because other than that, you ain't shit.
Knows how to handle business when necessary. That can be respected, cherished, and loved. But when you call yourself an alpha woman, you're now moving into the realm of having a dominant masculine energy. I'm not saying you can never have, like, we're all going to have both masculine and feminine energy. Mm-hmm. So I'm not telling you to get rid of all the masculine energy. This doesn't work that way.
No.
What I'm telling you is that it cannot be your dominant energy. Your dominant energy has to be feminine. Let the masculine energy come out when necessary in moments, all right? And you still have to know how to master that, all right?
And I understand where he's coming from. I get it, because I myself as a woman, I don't respect women that are always yelling all the time. Have you ever been to a woman's house? She's like yelling at her kids all the time, yelling at her man, and just breaking down and throwing shit at her man, and starting up arguments. Like, I get all of that. That's reckless, toxic behavior. Okay, that is a very masculine woman. Okay, leave that man alone.
And not lose control of it. But you have to have femininity as your dominant energy. And again, this ain't just for the sake of getting a man. This is for you. This is for your quality of life. If you don't fix that, you're gonna have problems. That's just the way it is. I can't tell you no different. All right, so we get a lot of alpha women comments and questions. So, all right, we're gonna keep it going a little bit. This is a hot topic. Clearly, we got a lot of alpha or semi-alpha women on here. This one says, how do we begin, or how do we be our full selves and alpha and be feminine? Don't want to suppress my greatness either. All right, so number one, your greatness is in your femininity. Like, stop thinking you have to be masculine to be great. You ain't gotta act like a man to be great. There is beauty and power in your womanhood. And you have to learn how to tap into that and wield that sword, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? You've just gotten comfortable and conditioned to wielding the masculine sword, thinking that will get you further, when in reality, I would argue that the femininity would get you much, much further. You just don't understand how to apply it yet. Let me give y'all one simple example, and this is more in regular interaction relationships. So let's say you have a child, all right? And a semi-grown child. And you tell that child to go do something in the house, okay? And the child, and this is it could be your man, all right? But let's just continue with the child example. But this can apply to a grown man too. And you tell the child to do something. And the child says, okay, I'm going to get to it, right? You wait an hour, they still ain't do it. You tell them again. Now, you get really aggressive and assertive because they still ain't listen, they still ain't do it, right? Because you figure, okay, I'm going to have to put my foot up your behind in order for you to get this done. But how about if you tried for a second, rather than going to a more masculine approach to get them to respond, turn up the heat on the feminine. Get real sweet and lovey-dovey. Watch how you'll actually get people to respond to you better by being ultra feminine in that moment rather than going to the masculine. You see, we default, people in general default to the aggressive, the more masculine, the harder approach, all right? But let me tell you, if you actually went harder on the feminine, you would get more people to do exactly what the hell you want them to do. Just try it. Like, if you think I'm just saying stuff, just try it. Just try it. Like, another example, have y'all ever seen a woman who, like, everyone, she is like baby, sweetheart, honey? She like always using terms of endearment. You ever see that woman having a hard time to get a man to do her a favor? No. That woman will get a man to paint her house, wash her car, carry her groceries, whatever the hell she wants. Why? Because she knows how to use her feminine energy to talk to people and get them to be receptive to her. There's way more power in your femininity. So when you say, how can I be great by maintaining the alpha, you don't need to be alpha to be great. You don't. It's a misconception. Just try the other way for a little while and see what happens. You're going to see better results, and you're gonna be more at peace. Watch, you ain't gotta stress yourself out to get stuff done no more. Watch, just watch. How long does it take a guy to determine if you're the one? Alright, so in my honest opinion, men and women know extremely quickly, at the very least, if there is real potential here. So even if he can't say you're the one, he knows that he sees the potential of you being wife. All right. I want to say in the first few days, to be honest with you, I think most who will dispute that are not intentionally looking for anything more or are not really open to anything more. But anyone who is open to it or searching, looking for it, they see it very quickly. And then from there, it becomes, okay, do we confirm that perception or do we undermine it? And it's like, okay, nah, I was wrong. This ain't going to work. So I do not think it takes long. As far as officially saying, okay, she's the one, that will vary. You know what I'm saying? And it's not necessarily about a time frame. It's more so about quality time spent. So, for example, if somebody could meet someone tomorrow and in 2 weeks, they only spoke for a total of 2 hours, right? And so it may take them a while before they can say, yo, I feel like this is the one. But you got other people who could meet, and the first time they talk for 5 hours. In that first week, they speak for over, 20, 30 hours. Like, so though they've known each other for less amount of time, they spent more actual quality time getting to know each other. And so their ability to recognize this person is the one is going to be a lot faster.
Okay, guys, really quickly, he kind of got off topic. I thought he was going to spend most of the video talking about, alpha women and, why they can't get or keep a man, honey. But I guess other people in the video, they had other questions, so it kind of got off topic. But back to the topic, guys. I want to see what some of the people in his comment section are saying about this. Okay. So the first comment that I see that's very interesting. Okay, so one lady says, I believe alpha women can be alpha and have feminine energy. That masculine energy is needed to protect ourselves from men that are interested in women for their own personal reasons. Okay, and not for what is positive for a relationship to work. We can't set ourselves up to be taken advantage of. And I agree with that, but when you are an alpha woman, a lot of these dating coaches, they will tell you, well, you're going to attract a feminine man and you need to be submissive, and you like all that submissive shit that don't kick in until you start paying bills, honey, for Miss Robinson. 'Cause I ain't submitting to shit. You ain't paying no bills. So I don't know, guys. I don't like this whole thing of, oh, well, he's an alpha man, and you're not an alpha man unless you are providing, and unless you are respecting a woman and allowing her to be all of who she is. All of this, well, hide this part of yourself, or don't exude this. And it's life. You're going to be masculine sometimes and be feminine. I get not being overly masculine. Like, to me, when you get to the point you are out on a date with a man and you telling him how much you make, and you're comparing your salary to his and your car to his. And see, to me, that's being masculine as a woman, right? And I'm not here for that. Okay, so this comment right here is what Miss Robinson loves, honey. Okay, so this lady puts in Stefan's comments, I am an alpha female. My assertiveness, strength, and independence and masculine energy is what has attracted masculine males. The real issue is the security level of the man. Come on, girl. Yes. Secure men are not intimidated by those traits. That is so true. Okay. Some actually like it. Some secure men find passivity, dependence, and fragility, feminine traits, to be unattractive. Yes, they do. Yeah, I've been around men, honey, that act like that. Like, you could take that trash out. Ain't nothing wrong with your legs. And some of these men, honey, they not alphas. And a lot of them are not. And then the ones that are so nasty. They are so nasty and so rude. A lot of them are womanizers. You know, they want to cheat and lie. I'm just telling y'all what Miss Robinson has seen, honey. I don't even like fully like so-called alpha males. Like, of course I want you to be a man, but you have to have some type of balance. I don't want no nigga crying all the time either, but I need some type of balance. I like a man to show sensitivity, or, you know, he cries if somebody dies, or he cries if he's frustrated, and we can work through the issue and connect with each other on a deep level. Like, all of that is cool. But what I can't get with, honey, is you whining and complaining all the time and ain't looking for solutions. That's so feminine to me. Okay, that type of man. The lady goes on to say, I do not agree with these terms. I judge people by their spirituality. What did I tell y'all on this channel? When you are looking for a man, that's the number one thing you need to look for. That spirituality. Don't give me this shit about no credit score. Don't give me this shit about how long he been at that job. That don't say shit about his character. It just kind of says that, you know, he's responsible, which is important. But you need somebody that's not afraid to go to therapy. You need somebody that if you go to church, they're not afraid to go to church, or they're not afraid to, you know, be spiritual and, you know, look up different YouTube videos of spiritual leaders. Me, myself, I like philosophical type of guys. Like, I like men that mentally stimulate me, because I love discussing like thought-provoking ideas, you know? So that would be the type of man, honey, for Miss Robinson. She also goes on to say, if your spirituality equals masculine and feminine energies really do not matter, because you're not a match for me. I see what she's saying, honey. Child, I get it, honey. And that's good. That's the best way to look for a good partner, is their spirituality. Are they willing to grow? Because that's what we're here for. We're not just here to grow our bank accounts. You know what I'm saying? We're not here just for money. And a lot of people are very superficial. It's like all they care about is just money. Okay. All they care about is status. Okay, so another person says, thanks for sharing your thoughts, Stefan. Personally, I'm not an alpha woman, and I prefer to date a man with masculine energy, but who is not afraid to be soft sometimes. I do agree that some men have done damage, the quote-unquote alpha woman, and that's why... Oh, I guess she's saying they have done damage to the alpha woman, and that's why she feels that she has to be strong and protect herself. That is true. That is true. But yeah, I like men like that too, that, you know, not afraid to tell you how they feel about you. And I know it sounds really simple, you guys, but some men, they try to hide their feelings too much. No, you got to be vulnerable. Too many men want the woman to be the only vulnerable person in the relationship. You can't do that. How can I show up and be my feminine self if you're not willing to be vulnerable? I had one man that I was dealing with. He told me, oh, I'm not even gonna tell you how I really feel about you. I'm not even gonna do that. I'm like, well, shit, if you don't tell me, how the fuck I'ma know? Like, let me know how you really feel, okay? Okay, so guys, next I got Shira71 and her video on why no one will fall in love with a masculine woman slash aka alpha female, honey. Okay, so without further ado, honey, I'm gonna play that audio, guys, and I will be in and out with my commentary.
A lot of the feminine aspect of a woman is being provided for and cared for. So if you're in a relationship with a man who can't do those things, then they're forcing you to be masculine. See? So if they force you to be masculine and then resent you for being masculine, it also makes you take a second look at the type of man you choose, you know.
And she is right about that, because a lot of these men, you know, they force you to be masculine and then get mad that, you know, shit, you feeling yourself because you the one paying all the bills.
You got to choose a masculine man, which means he's a provider. Therefore, you won't have to be a masculine woman. And then your relationship will be much better. You won't be arguing about money, which is the top reason for a divorce. You won't be arguing about who's doing this and who's not pulling their weight and who's doing this and who's not doing that, because the man is going to take his role and you're going to take your role. No problems. You know, so it's hard to fall in love with someone who you're repelling. You know, if a man is naturally masculine, he's going to be repelled by masculinity if he's a straight man. And if you have masculine traits as a woman, you're going to repel him. You might be attracted to him physically, but your energy is masculine and that repels him. And so then you start the problems. That's why you have a lot of men who cheat on their wives, even though the wives make good money, they're pretty, and this, and that. What they're lacking is the feminine characteristics that the man secretly needs in order to feel masculine.
So is this what happened with Melody and Martell? Child, I don't think so. I had somebody in my comments try to argue that point, and I was like, child, I don't want to hear that.
So let's say, you know, you catch him cheating with some chick, and you look better than her, and you have more money than her. That's not why he's with her. He's with her because she makes him feel like a man.
Now, really quickly, I kind of disagree with what she's saying. I get what she's saying, but some of these men will cheat with ugly women because that's all they ass can get. Okay, so a lot of times when a man is with a homely looking woman, that's because that's all his ass can afford. That is who he can attract. A lot of these men, they love to tell you, I like dimes and you gotta look like this. You don't never see them with that. Okay, because those women are not interested. Those men are not good enough for those women. Okay? I have seen some of these men, and men are kind of inconsistent though, because they will, you know, they will cheat with a woman that don't look that good, right? Or don't look as good as their girl. And then they'll start messing, you know, with pretty chicks. Like I've seen that. So some of what she's saying is true, but I disagree with this notion of, oh, the woman that's not that attractive, she make him feel like a man. That's not the case all the time. He's less intimidated by her. And he knows, oh, it don't take much to please her. Oh, I could come home any time of the night and she just gonna be happy that I came home, period. Okay, they have very, low expectations. Those type of women, they have low expectations of their men. A lot of them do. Okay? And then you have the plain Jane looking woman that simply just has a good personality, and that's why she's getting wifed up, because she just has a great personality. A lot of times, she has a decent enough career. Okay, but hell, when you are pretty and you are educated and you're smart and, you just have so much stuff going for you, a lot of times, guys, they are intimidated by that. They're not going to admit to that. None of these damn dating coaches, they ain't going to admit to that. But that is what I have seen. Okay? So a lot of times when they get with these homely women, that's that insurance, baby. Okay, shout out to Cleo from Set It Off. And the insurance is, I ensure that she don't look that good and not many men want her, and she gonna stick with me. See, they get a pretty woman, all the niggas is gonna be on her, okay? All the niggas is gonna be on her like flies at a barbecue, okay? And that is a threat to a insecure man. And some of these men, if not most, are very insecure. I don't care how high the credit score is. I keep trying to tell y'all, they try to define themselves by these many different things.
Okay, she doesn't tell him what to do. She doesn't correct him and tell him to do this instead. She doesn't talk to him like a child and whatever. So if you run into that problem, it's because you're not in a balanced relationship. And that's because the man is not doing his job. So this is why I always tell women, if you agree to enter into a relationship with a man who is not living in his masculinity, which means being a provider and protector, then you're going to have issues. Okay? You're going to have issues. And I know we live in 2019 and a woman can do what a man can do, blah, 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 blah. So, if you really think about that, if a woman can do what a man can do, then why does she need him? And why does he need her? Okay? So if you're not understanding this, if you're so gung-ho on, competing with a man, all you're doing is driving him into the arms of a more feminine woman. That's it. Doesn't matter how she looks or what she has. It's how she makes him feel masculine.
And what I want to stress to you all is he should already show up to your home being a masculine man. That is not your job to make him feel. Okay? You make me feel brand new. Who sang that? Y'all know I'm old school. I don't know why that damn song popped into my head. But yeah, I don't like this when you make me feel stuff. I mean, I feel confident. Can't nobody make me feel confident, right? They could be supportive of me, right? But yeah, all of this, some of what she's saying, it just sounds like I got to kind of dim my light so you can shine. And don't get me wrong, you guys, I get, right, where she's coming from. Like some of it, like some of the feminine principles that she teaches women, I really do get and understand it. But I am not getting rid of a whole side of myself to make a man feel like a man. Like if you don't know who the hell you are by the time I make it to you, that's not my problem. And you can go get that ugly, homely looking woman all you want to and feel like you Will Smith and you on top of the world. Like you do what you got to do. But honey, not today and tomorrow don't look good either. Miss Robinson ain't changing for nobody. I can compromise, but I will not be changing all of who I am to make somebody feel like something that they should take pride in, right? Because the onus is on that man for him to feel like a man, for him to be a provider, for him to be a protector. You ask him to take out the trash, he should be able to do it. I done had a few guys from my past, you try to get their ass take out the trash. They like, what's up? What's wrong with your damn hands? Okay, like, so all these men are not alpha when you go out in the world. Okay, they are not like that. They like you. They want you to take them out on a date and pay. Shit. Okay.
Telling someone what to do all the time, correcting them, talking to them in a loud voice in public, treating them like children, telling them what to wear, how to do something, that's treating them like a father or a mother.
And a lot of them behave in that way, and that's why women treat them like that. I don't think women act like that with men for no reason, okay?
And who wants to sleep with a mother or their father? I don't. So,
girl, bye. You over there with James, and he old enough to be your granddaddy. Okay, how you doing? Now let's get to my next speaker, honey, because this is the one that brings it on home, honey, for Miss Robinson. Now, really quickly, guys, before I play the audio of Deb Cooper, I was also looking at this article for 7 not so obvious signs of internalized misogyny, and I would like to read to you all some of what the article says. So remember when I got to talking to you guys about how some of these people that I play for you, they want you to hide certain parts of yourself. Okay, so the article says many women feel the need to hide their intelligence or keep their mouths shut to be attractive to men. That's a message many women grew up with. But do you really want to attract men who aren't okay with being challenged? Thank you. The same can be true for women who are into athletics. They may feel that if they physically outperform a man, they may emasculate him and make him feel bad. However, a woman's success has no bearing on a man's self-esteem. That is his business. Okay, so remember that shit she was just talking about, make him feel like a man. And it also says, basically, if you ever feel like there's an aspect of your personality that you can't share because of a man, it's likely due to a form of internalized misogyny. That can easily lead to toxic relationships. But you don't have to be stuck in a toxic relationship spiral. There are many options for you. If you struggle with toxic relationships, you might want to look into your options when it comes to taking steps toward recalibrating your relationships. I quickly want to add a lot of pick-me women. They suffer from internalized misogyny, and we will talk about that in another video because I have seen that, honey, with my own 2 eyes, and honey, it was not a pretty sight. Alright guys, I'm going to play the audio from Deb Cooper now. Let's see what Deb has to say, honey.
When you look at the achievements and the strides in education and things that Black women are making, there's a lot of women of all races basically that are striving for greatness. They want to achieve their dreams. They want to create. They want to grow. They take risks. They want to go places and do things that they've always wanted to do. And, you see a lot of women traveling alone around the world. They're not afraid to go and do things, to eat out at restaurants by themselves. I mean, women today are just doing all kinds of things that they want to do without fear. But guys tend to hate that. They don't necessarily like a woman who feels powerful in herself. They want you to be dependent on them for everything. So when they meet a woman who is powerful and who's confident and who has high self-esteem, some of these dudes will do everything in their power to break you. Just like a pony, they're going to break you in mentally, spiritually, and emotionally with the goal of making you fearful and weak like, so many other women are. Now, you understand they don't do this to women who are already broken. Those women who suck up to men and bend over backwards to please men, they don't do this to them. Excuse me, because those women are already broken. Instead, they looking at those women who basically will accept anything. You know, they're not a challenge. They're too easy, and they're also not the subject of this video. I think it's important that you guys remember that men like challenges. I keep saying that. If you're just real easy, they don't really have to work for you. They don't appreciate it. That's just the male mind. So the woman who will stand strong on her own and who doesn't kiss a man's ass and who's actually better than they are, they can't stand you. They can't stand you. These guys love insecure, desperate women, and if you aren't already in that category, they're going to do everything in their power to make you that way. So what they do is enter into the relationship with the goal of changing you. They sought you out because they felt like you had too high of an opinion of yourself, and they wanted to break you down. I think it's like a feather in his cap that he's able to do that. So if you allow them, to start impacting your decisions and your thoughts about yourself by folding in and adopting some of those weak-minded behaviors that, men should run shit without any kind of qualification just because he's male, well, then you fell right into their hands. They're going to do everything that they can to dominate and control you and start upping the ante on your behind until you're just a big mess. So these guys, there are men who really do believe that female insecurity is an integral component of a woman's femininity. And I've said on several of the videos that I've done over the last few months how femininity is a male construct and that males have assigned to women all the things that they didn't want to be. And they wrapped it up in this big pink bow and make it all sound like it's something positive for women to strive to be by giving themselves all the attributes of power and decisiveness and aggressiveness and assertiveness and strength and all that. They gave all that stuff to themselves. So see, if you are a woman and you present yourself as having any of those qualities, they're going to automatically assume that you're not, quote, feminine. And I'm trying to find where the benefit is to being feminine, but maybe we'll talk about that on another video. So anyway, let's talk about this game here. This game of femininity and masculinity, because from my point of view, it's something that allows men to feel manly without actually doing anything. See, they get to be that way by default because you have willingly adopted all these other behaviors. And it starts from childhood. We start getting socialized to be quiet, because that's supposed to be ladylike and dainty, right? So we have to suffer in silence and not speak up because, we're not supposed to yell. We're not supposed to say no and stop and those kind of things. We're taught that, we should stay in the house and take pride in knowing less than a man because they start drilling you with that nonsense too. Don't seem too smart. Don't let him know that you know more about it than he does and this and that. And I'm like, fuck that. If I know it, I'm going to say it. If you don't know it, then I suggest you learn it just like I did. And
preach, Auntie Deb. Oh, I love her.
Then we're taught to obey our daddy, right? And then our husband, and then to submit to the husband, and to be nice even if it hurts you, and to sacrifice yourself for other people for their benefit from kids on up. So, the programming starts early, and all of these things are labeled feminine, and all these things are assigned to women, and all these things are something that we're supposed to assume are beneficial to us, and I'm just calling a bullshit flag on that one. But all
right, y'all. I want y'all to get down in Miss Robinson's comments, honey, and let me know, what did you think about this video? What speaker did you identify with the most? Was it Mr. Stefan Speaks? Was it Shira 7? Or is it my auntie, honey, Miss Deb Cooper? I totally agree more with what Deb is saying. I feel like some of what Shira preaches is very performative. Like, well, act like this and don't get me wrong. Like, I do understand and I go up for Shira. Y'all know I love me some Shira, honey, okay? But I don't like all of this. Well, act like this and make him feel like a man. man, and if he feels, and if you act like you don't know that, and if you just play dumb, and then he could be the big man and be the hero. I don't like that shit. I am not here for it. Okay, so anyways, you guys, y'all let me know what y'all thought about the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out in the next video.